You guys, it's here. It's finally here. The long-awaited One-Wheel GT accessories are here. We're still waiting on the board, but we do have the accessories. Box is unopened. We're gonna check them out, see what's going on. We got like one of everything. So I'm pretty stoked to see what's happening. It looks like someone was trying to sneak in here. There we go. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm most excited to check out the bumpers. I'm excited to see how they handle the rail guards because it looks like there is like a bevel on the side of the rail, so that'll be cool to see. The foot pads, see how they handled front concave. Super stoked to see that. So here we go, what do we got first? All right, first things first. Looks like we got the carbon Fender Kit. So let's check this guy out. So very super nice packaging. This thing looks pretty cool. Looks very similar to how they did the carbon fiber fender for the pint. So pop that off. It's got the hardware. Yeah, there we go. We got the hardware attached right there. Install instructions. Oh, looks like we got a nice little GT on the card there. We got Loctite on the screws. Nice. Okay, and it does look like, yep, we've got the same exact torques that the pint is based off of, so no more hex for y'all. And it looks like it's actually a two-part thing right here, so they do have some little torques, or it looks like 1, 2, 3, it's actually 6-point star on there connecting it. So it looks like you could technically pop this off, but I don't think they'll sell them as two separate units. Looks like it is a delete just with the carbon fiber piece attached to it. And it's actually a 3-part design because it looks like the guard that goes over the controller ports is also screwed on there as a separate piece completely. Possible that that's even glued on there, but I don't really care to take this thing apart right now. But all in all, looks pretty nice. It's our carbon fiber. And then it does have a screen print One-Wheel logo on there. So yeah, cool stuff. Another one. So we might have got to everything since we ordered 2 boards in the package, but packing slip. All right, next up is the hypercharger. This thing weighs a lot, but yeah, check out this new packaging. This is really nice. Definitely something we haven't seen before. I like this new kind of grayish sage color that they're doing. That's pretty rad. But we pop it open and man, this thing is a brick. It is big. Ugh. Looks like we got the GT logo on it. That looks to be about the same size as their big old hypercharger. Check out the specs here. We got GT hypercharger, 75 volt. Output 75.6 volt, 5.2 amp charging. I think that's what some people were wondering about right there. So there you go. Oh, dry location use only. So don't use this in the rain, guys. Bad stuff could happen. So a little bit new here. We got not the old PlayStation 2 cord that they used to have before, but this other one. Julian, do you know what these ones are called?
It's like every standard PC plug.
Yeah, it is. Pretty standard though, so that'll be easy to replace if this breaks, but it's definitely a lot more robust and heavy duty than the XR charger, so that's really cool. Ooh, look at that little guy. That's a little different than the old XLR from the XR. So that'll be an interesting one. Hopefully that one holds. It looks like it does have some small pins there, so hopefully we don't end up with some of the same issues that the pint has to where the charger can bust that little piece because there's not a lot there. But there's no locking mechanism either, so it's very similar to the pint that way. It just plugs in and pulls straight out with no little locking tab like on the XR. It's huge, but I guess that's what you're gonna need when we're charging so much because the GT's just got that huge battery pack in it, all that range. So there we go, another hypercharger. All right, let's do the stand next. We got the GT stand. This one looks like this might be some assembly required. But looks like the packaging, not quite as nice on this one, so it doesn't look like they did custom boxes at all. They just put a sticker on it, on just a regular white box. So thinking they probably figured they were gonna sell a ton of hyperchargers, so they'd get a really nice box for it, maybe a few less stands. Or maybe the box just wasn't ready in time, who knows? But pop it open, we got some hardware there. It looks like you got little cork feet on it, which is cool. Yep, exact same hardware that we've got on the other parts. So if you've got the wrench for any of the GT stuff, it should be the same one. I hope, at least it looks like it. These little legs for stands looks like anodized aluminum, and there's a lot of packaging here. Okay, so yep, we got those two little anodized aluminum legs. We got a little front lip here. What's up, Bodie?
These GT accessories?
GT accessories, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, it's milled anodized aluminum. This is pretty nice, actually.
Is this a wall stand?
No, it's a floor stand. So I'm thinking it goes like this. Like
You have
without,
to put it together?
You gotta put it together. Some assembly required. So it's 4 total pieces with some screws and stuff. I don't know what this thing's supposed to look like, but I'm guessing like this goes back here. Okay, wait, 2 screws there. Okay, there we go. You think that's it? Dude, I don't even know. But here's the
Jeff
stand.
can't figure this out. You're screwed.
I could read the instructions, but I feel like I'm more excited to get to the bumpers, to be honest with you. Oh, check this out. This is actually like a 3-piece. So this is the stand, 4 pieces of anodized aluminum. We'll put it together later. It's a stand. How exciting is it? Let's get to the exciting stuff. Bumpers. Boom! Another nice box for the bumpers. So we got Life is Hard. Sometimes you need bumpers to take the brunt out of it. These high density polyethylene beasts. So there you go. HDPE is what they're made out of. Are ready for anything you throw at them. Bumpers are easily swapped out, so grab yourself an extra pair. Bumpers also come in a host of colors. Great way to customize your board's look. Make it yours. So it looks like it includes 2 bumpers. Black GT bumpers are included with the purchase of a one-wheel GT. So I think they're trying to tell you that because a lot of people were confused with the XR. When you buy some of the packs, they're like, do I need bumpers? Does it come with bumpers? So there you go. They answer it right there. Compatible with the GT. So yeah, HDPE, that's cool. That's a good material to use for sure. It's not self-lubricating, but it is very high density. So they should hold up pretty good, hopefully. But let's find out what we got here. Okay, so it looks like installation instructions right there. Comes with 2 different size screws, long screws and short screws. So long screws, oh, only 2 in the bottom. Interesting. So it looks like 4 total screws in the bottom, 2 that go into the foot pad, I assume, and then 2 that go into the rails, or possibly into the underside of the foot pad like the pint is, but we'll see. We'll give it a sec. Here's more instructions on the back. So it looks like the back bumper and the front bumper have different installation instructions. The back bumper does have more screw holes on there, so that's interesting. Okay, let's check them out. And we've got the hardware pack. And here they are. This is what we've been waiting for. So first things first, we got the front bumper. And it looks like the first thing that I'm seeing right out the gate is it's very similar to the new Pint X front bumper, where we've got a ton of room in the front. It looks like we've got, check out the waffling pattern on there. So it's pretty deep right here. And so it looks like there's definitely a lot of space between where the bottom of the controller module sits and the bottom of the bumper. So yeah, that's a beefy bumper right there.
You wanna get it more flat to me and stick your pinky in there?
Yeah.
So you can kind of see for depth.
Badoop. There you go. So you can see how far that is. There's pinky.
Just touch your nail, yeah.
Throw that one in there, you know, in case anyone's curious what a middle finger looks like in there. Index finger. What about, oh, thumb doesn't fit, sorry. But yeah, they're interesting. It looks like there's a bit of a flare on them too, or that might just be weird sight lines that I'm seeing. It might be an optical illusion. But they look to flare out. But it's interesting. One thing that I do notice about these that looks really nice as opposed to the Pint X bumpers, it looks like this front lip right here isn't quite as pronounced as it is on the Pint X bumpers. With those, an issue that I had is when my nose goes into the ground when I'm riding trails and I clip a rock or something, it just hits the front and stops. This looked like it does have a really nice, like, beveled edge on it, so that shouldn't be as big of an issue. So that's nice. Santa Cruz, California one wheel. Oh, interesting. They've got some sort of screw marker on there that says 2X short screws. That must mean, hey, you want to put the 2 short screws on here. I guess they put it in the instructions and on the bumper itself if you missed that. But it looks like they definitely slide in a lot like the Pint bumper does too. So it's not like the XR bumper that just kind of like lays in there and screws on. This one's gonna have to slide all the way in. It's the front bumper. Let's check out the back. Okay, so back bumper is definitely a lot thinner. So that means the GT is definitely gonna have that drop, probably that big old thick room for battery box right there. Looks like there is a little lip right here, if you can see it. So I don't know exactly what that's gonna butt up against on the GT, but we're definitely gonna find out. And this one is not gonna slide in quite like the front bumper will. This one looks like it just kind of lays directly in there. A lot more similar to the XR bumper. I'm not seeing any tabs or anything. So yeah, a lot less room to work with here. Yeah, it looks like this one's pretty low profile. So it looks like they went pretty low profile on the back, so that must mean that they needed a lot of room for that battery box. Nothing major to report here. It looks like we've got some good thickness here, and there's really not a lot of meat on the bone right here. Ooh, that's pretty thin right there. Yeah, I wish I had a micrometer that could get in there and we could figure out exactly how thick that is, but yeah, it's pretty surprisingly thin right there. Rear bumper, front bumper, GT bumpers. Oh, let me go get a scale. Let's see how much they weigh. Found the scale. We're gonna find some stock XR bumpers so we can weigh those, because I have no idea how much those weigh.
Definitely need a ladder.
Is that it? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Stock XR bumpers. Ooh, these are freshies.
Yeah. Keep the good ones.
All right, so let's see what we got. Weight on these. We got 1 pound, 3.7 ounces. Call it 1 pound, 4 ounces, close enough. 2 pounds, almost 2 ounces. So definitely heavier, but there's also more material on them as well, right? They've decided to cover the battery up as opposed to the XR didn't have that battery protector piece. So there you go. That's the GT bumpers. What do we got next? Sidekicks? I think we have sidekicks next. Or I'm sorry, Railguards. We have Railguards next. Okay. So there they are. It looks like they stuck with the polycarbonate. So it's very similar to the XR ones and the new pint ones. Definitely, I was thinking they might have been the same as the pint ones that they released originally with the pint that were like a vinyl, but no, these are polycarb for sure. So there they are. It looks like you could definitely see that spot right there where they bend. So these are thermoformed. So they're basically heat molded polycarbonate. And there they are. It looks like you got the axle bolt holes right there. Oh, and that's interesting. It looks like it's actually curved right here as well. You can see the curve. So the bottom of the rail, oh man, these are really interesting. But same exact process that they had before, where we've got the adhesive on the back that you peel, and then paint, and then polycarb. Huh.
They do look nice though.
They're shiny. They're shiny and they're nice. So yeah, they did a good job on these. And it does, oh, that's an interesting one too. There's a weird lip on top of that. I don't know if you can see this. We not only have the bottom cover right here, but it looks like the top of the rail gets this tiny little piece that comes up. Geez, so these are bent 1, 2, 3 times. Huh, interesting. And I think it's also kind of interesting that the adhesive doesn't go all the way on it. That they just have the 2 different strips. But I'm sure those will hold plenty well, especially if they use the same adhesive that they used before. Let's peel it off and see. But there we go. Okay. Yeah, that appears to be the exact same adhesive that they use on their XR and pint railguards currently. So same stuff, no surprises there. It even smells the same. And I think that's it. That's everything that we got with our GT bundle. It's in right now. It's Monday, what's the date, 28th today? So we're hoping Friday, GT ship. We'll see. That's where it's at on Dude, Where's My One Wheel right now, but we'll see. Anyway, no big, huge surprises here. Everything's great, looks awesome, looks super nice. Excited to really put everything through its paces once the GT gets here. And I'll see you guys as soon as the GT gets here. Unboxing, we'll do a bunch of videos on that. If there's anything that you guys want to see us do with the GT, like right when we get it, put a comment down below and we'll try to get to it and see what we can do. Anyway, float on, my friends.
Bye.
Okay, bye.